So this is session one of Be Cool, Stay in School. And what's the college that you went to, and what degree did you have?
I went to St. Pete College. I have a technical diploma, being an emergency medical technician, and a Firefighter 2 state certification. There is a minimum requirement in Pinellas County to be an EMT if you're going to be a firefighter. However, most departments now require paramedics. So you can go anywhere from EMT school and fire academy, which is about 6 months, and then medic school is about a little over a year. So, and then most guys finish it up with a 2-year degree or 4-year degree in public service and public safety administration or emergency services management. But it's relatively pretty short, intensive school. Our learning is a lot of hands-on, so it's a lot harder to teach just out of a book with our type of job. So a lot of it is learn as you go. Yeah,
it seems very complex here.
Yeah, you got to get your hands on things and do stuff. It's a little, you can read one thing, but actually doing it in the street's a little different. So we're more of a hands-on type of learning versus someone who sits in college for 4 years and then goes out and gets a job. We're from day one, we're always kind of already starting to get involved. So that's pretty much it, though. The school's pretty basic, for what we actually have to do. Like I said, it's just a very intensive program. Everything's crammed together, but everything kind of runs with each other with public safety.
And I also have just one more question. How much does it pay?
Well, I will say the pay depends on what department you work for. It depends on what position you hold in the fire department, but our starting pay here for an EMT firefighter, I think, is around $36,000 a year, and a starting paramedic is around 43, maybe $44,000 a year. And you could probably, you do 20 years here, you could probably leave as a paramedic making around $70,000, $80,000. In terms of a lucrative job, it's definitely not something you get into for the money. It's more of the passion for the career. There's a trade-off there. So, a lot of guys I think would like to be paid a little more, but at the end of the day, it's something they love to do, so they're willing to sacrifice on the financial side of it.
And the final one, what's the worst injury that you've had to work with?
Well, now I'm trying to be radio friendly here. How far can I push this? All right. I've seen someone's head flat, actually, like their whole skull crushed and everything. So yeah, there's been some pretty bad ones. A lot of open fractures. People run over by cars, people that fell off motorcycles, people that have been burned in fires, electrocuted. I've drownings. I've seen a lot of drowning. Yeah, seen a lot of pretty messed up people. So yeah, there are definitely different strategies for some. Some can't really say on the radio, but. We definitely are a unique group when it comes to dealing with the stress we see and deal with every day. I think post-traumatic stress syndrome is becoming recognized in the fire and police services a little more than it has in the past, because we do deal with traumatic events every day. And, we kind of, you can see the guys, maybe you see a bad call and you look over and see a bunch of them laughing and you're like, why are they laughing at a time like this? That's kind of us making light of it. That's our coping mechanism to kind of actually take ourselves out of that whole reality, and not take it so personally, because you can't, at the end of the day, you can't go home with all that stuff, it'll definitely get you low in life. But there's definitely different ways. Some people, they do this job for a few years and realize they can't handle the stress and it's not what they thought and they have to leave, Yeah.
All right, so thank you for letting me interview you.
Absolutely. You're a good interviewee.
Thanks.
Interviewer, I'm sorry. I'm going to turn that around.
Yeah.
Edit that out.
All right, so we'll be right back.